Hello everyone. I'm gonna be continuing the Euphoria's story quest. I'm just gonna dive straight in. Ooh.
It's fine.
Ooh, he's so cool looking. Ooh, and his bare shoulders underneath the shoulder cape. I love shoulder capes, bro. I want to get one for myself, but I can't seem to find any that, like, you know, looks like this. Not like exactly this kind of design, but this kind of structure. I want like something drapey around the back of my outfit sometimes, you know. Ooh, and he uses a gun.
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems.
You
Looks
calling
like
me?
my presence here is quite unwelcome.
Bro, so many people hate you. Have you ever thought about maybe you are the problem?
Anaxagoras, I thought that you had died to the black tide.
Wow.
Just like the other scholars.
What a horrible thing to say. And
As
what have you been
Catholic
doing here with your
priest,
old wrinkly
I'm
ass?
not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead.
Yeah. I get that
Surely
you
jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being.
and you are no supreme
Let me
being
remind you that you're
with
currently
your
in
triangle
Cloud,
fucking
so
mustache.
you better keep your deranged language to yourself. I am no longer that altar servant from years ago who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now, I have plenty of ways to deal with people like you.
What is that supposed to mean?
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan.
Right.
As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly? Could it be kindness?
How many titans are there? I get
You.
13, maybe more, 15, 18.
Seeing how fond
I don't
of you
know.
Elder Kindness is, I shall let that slide for now. Leave immediately, and don't impede us from receiving the Supreme Being's blessings.
Dude, he's just here on a
Seeing as we
fucking
were able to hear
mission.
of this matter from the mouths of others, it seems that kindness is indeed quite sincere toward us. Perhaps this affair will proceed smoother than I had anticipated.
Oh my, what a thrilling confrontation. As expected of one of Kephales's followers.
So what is that
Praising
heartbeat that I
or
hear?
insulting him?
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the God of deliverance, it is only natural that he detests evil.
Ooh, is that a dig at
Didn't
Anaxa?
you hear me? I asked you to leave.
He can't see the
Go as
Titan.
far away
He
from
can't
here
see
as
Cersei's.
possible. Don't mutter to yourself like some sort of madman and disturb my meditation.
Bro, can you just leave, bro, with your ugly ass? You're no wizened priest. You're a deranged priest, bitch. I fucking hate you. How dare you talk to Anaxa like that? I get that bro's kinda insufferable sometimes, but you know, that's just his little attitude.
Over here!
Hi.
Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the fates.
You could say it's the fates toying with us.
Damn.
It's
So like,
only
you
the
know,
Kremnoans and Idonians who
imagine
just glory
that-
through death. But your survival is a
he
victory
was
in
from this
itself.
place
I'd
where
settle
it's
for
full
that
of
gladly.
scholars and scribes
So,
like
are
him,
you
like
here to report
Anaxa,
the incident
and
to
to
the
think
council?
that since he's
I
like
heard
the
that
head
after the Black Tide devoured
teacher
the
there,
Grove,
and he's the only one
Akuma
left,
would
and
be
the
next in
others
line.
fucking perished.
Even with the demigod
fighting
of
the
strife
Black
standing
Tide.
alongside humankind.
The Black Tide must be no
Tell
fucking
me,
joke, bruh.
How much
It must
does
be
the
a force to be
Council of
reckoned with,
Elders
especially
know
that
about the
black-robed
Tide?
swordsman. He must have been like one of
Once
the
Kindness and her
culprits.
followers learned of Cersei's and Orynyx's fall, They proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone. Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akama, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents.
Say
They
menace?
might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your honesty, virtuous student.
Being an opportunist could very well be a facet of wisdom.
What did you know?
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself? I've had enough of your prattling.
See.
I was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions, so I came to listen in. But it seems as though this kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya.
Dang.
If so, why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow shell of yours, just because you feel like death is fast approaching?
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed if that's what you truly think. But enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster?
Bro wants to die. Bro wants to accelerate his impending doom.
Even every leaf could be the embodiment of Circe's.
As a result, mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead.
Oh,
Their wisdom was portrayed as
Cersei's
fruit
is looking at
to
a mural
symbolize
about
how
her
they shared their knowledge
themselves.
equally among the masses. Such exquisiteness indeed.
Indeed.
This mural is quite abstract.
Yeah, it looks like a pyramid, but also like a tree,
I
but
really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the Reason Titan has studied figures of speech before.
Of course I find such stylistic devices interesting. For all we know, this could be the answer to the question, what exactly are we?
so you as a
I, for
Titan
one,
ask
am
that
not willing to
question.
admit that I could look this ugly.
Ooh.
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to refine my soul when you were ambushed at the Grove?
Ooh.
Since you are aware of this, why did you save me back then?
Because she
From
saw
my
a use in you.
perspective, this point alone was enough to separate you from the average person.
Oh.
How do two lunatics coexist in the same brain?
Both you and her.
Therefore, it seems that your journey to Dawnfloud this time is not just to seek protection. What, then, is the intention behind your actions?
The entire plan is stored in my memory. So why don't you look there?
Then don't mind if I do. 1 year old? 2 years old?
What are you doing?
Oh my! Even a member of the preeminent Seven Sages must hug his droma stall to sleep? How interesting.
That's enough.
How unusual. Your soul is actually trembling. This must mean that behind this toy hides a secret that nobody knows, right?
Since our days are both numbered, I don't mind telling you more about it. This is a present that my sister gave to me. It's a doll that was made to look like our family pet.
So there are other members in your family, eh? Are they also living in Akama?
So you seem more like a
Don't you
fucking
just like to
human
pick
and less
through my
like a
brain?
Titan to me,
Go on,
Cersei's.
continue flipping through my memories. It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memories of when I was 5.
What?
Oh, the black tide is everywhere. I can't bear to look.
Oh, the dark past of what he went through.
When I
Trauma.
was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. Georios, Aquila, Kefali, and you, of course. Although I prayed to every titan that I could think of for help, my efforts were ultimately futile.
Dang.
This... Could this be the inception of your research into alchemy?
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there, I naturally also came to learn of Thalesis' theory as well.
Oh, I remember that person. He was the one to come up with the concept of souls, right?
Bitch, I don't know.
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition, movement, and transformation of matter, all stem from souls themselves. This is why I thought that, since all living things stemmed from the same origin, why could I not sacrifice myself in order to resurrect my nearest and dearest?
Wait, what? Sorry, I was like literally dozing off, so I didn't quite catch what you said. Sorry about that, ma'am.
Isn't that the dromas draped in finery?
Jomas,
Avoid
in
his
finery.
gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
And I don't acquaint
worry.
myself with
He's too
peasants.
full
How
of
about
pride
that?
to pay us any attention.
Your nickname is Dromus as well? You must really like those creatures.
Lord Anaxagoras, oh, I've heard so much about you. Head of the Nusporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer, a Chrysos heir who bears Circe's core flame, a survivor of the Grove calamity. Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please be so kind as to enlighten me.
Bro ran a background check
Since
on
Lady
him.
Kindness is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste any effort introducing myself again. But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm hospitality by treating them to fine wine and a cozy bed. And yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny.
Yeah.
Even more absurd, the host has sharpened their blade and instructed their servants to lie in wait in the shadows. Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve
You
the
even
core
have
flame,
one?
and then hold a grand
Seems like it's
feast
hollow.
for all of the guests.
Everyone, stand down.
Damn, they really want him gone.
Thank you for understanding. I am but a feeble scholar who is not used to the stench of avarice and blood.
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish our perilous endeavor. Let us discuss our common enemy, Aglaia.
Oh wow.
She is the second most experienced Chrysos heir across
Is the first
whole of
most
Magna,
experienced Crisis
who
heir
has gradually
Truby?
lost her humanity to the ravages of time and the ablation of the core flame. A formidable opponent in
Yeah, I fear you. You stand no chance,
Admittedly,
ma'am.
there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you alive so that the Titan's trial can be completed. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali
Damn.
and guarantee
Some people
that
want
you weren't
Aglaia,
in
like,
league with
dead.
that woman before coming here? Are you just trying to pull the wool over our eyes? and aid her in her savagery.
She is prepared to execute me, ma'am. Well, I wouldn't say that because I know some Chrysos heirs would disagree to that. Because like Phynon, because you know Anaxa was his teacher, so is Castris. Like Anaxa is her teacher. She just needs vassals who will do her bidding without question.
If Aglaia required a suitably intelligent Chrysos heir, then I'm the best fit for her needs.
That too, yeah, because you know you're knowledgeable
it's
and
quite
shit.
evident that she has no need for a Chrysos heir who could break free of her control at any time.
Yeah.
Since I believe in neither Titans nor the prophecy, there's no way that I would willingly
Bro's
walk
an
on the path
atheist,
that she
or
extols.
is that the right term for
Given
it? I
how
don't really know,
rigorously
but
she enforces her
not believing
principles,
in that shit is
how would
called
she ever
atheist.
accept a
And
heretic
so far as
such
to
as
what
me?
I know, you know.
I understand what you mean.
Do
At
you?
the very least,
With your
the
dead
both of us agree
eyes.
that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat to achieving peace in Akama. The Council
You
of Elders
conspiring
is willing to
against
defend your right
Aglaia's
to live, just
being
as
a
we
threat
defend
to
every
Akama.
oppressed citizen. However, I regret to say
However.
that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaia are only growing in magnitude. The peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed completely. The city will be burned to ashes, and the citizens' blood will be shed.
Honestly, this is my first time going up to Dawn Cloud's peak.
We're
What a
straight up the
splendid
fucking
view.
Titan's
Isn't it about
face.
time you recognize the magnificence of us Titans?
But why aren't you giant like carefully?
I don't see how this place is different from those temples in the city. All they have are magnificent facades.
Bro is so fucking
And even though I've come this far,
cynical. Bro's such
I'm
a
still
hater.
doubtful about getting useful clues from him.
Dang.
I must be getting ahead of myself to be expecting to hear something nice from you.
Oh? Haven't you been in my head for some time now? It's high time you get used to how I feel about things. Alright, we're
You
just a
must be
short
no
hike away
ordinary
from
damn
Kefla.
human.
No time to waste here.
Well, clearly that's obvious. Ooh.
So the intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh? If Amphorius gets a new lease on life, you should focus on strengthening your body and stop shirking social interactions.
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight. Can you make it?
Ooh.
Why? Are you going to carry me up if I were to fall
I don't
now?
think she can. She's just gonna face through you.
I know how far I can go. So just hold your tongue and come along.
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more. I'll just wait till your soul dissipates completely to gain control over your body.
Wait. Is that Cersei's?
Uh-oh.
Hey, look at
A
that.
memory of her?
What should I be looking at?
Am I hallucinating?
Brother, this
We
that's
get to see
schizophrenia.
souls when we're close to dying.
Probably. I mean, I wouldn't know. Is that nice?
Why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
I
the
know
Strife
I've heard this
Titan.
name somewhere.
It's Nicador.
It's unfortunate. The Black Tide destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
How could that be? Even a creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten fire, couldn't escape the fate of destruction?
Hey, Xerxes, do you know a certain Nias?
Nias? No, not that I remember. How did you even think up such a strange name?
You're lying.
I just saw him. Nias, a warrior-like figure who was just chatting with you here.
No, I have no such memory. Could you be hallucinating?
What he's seeing must be like some sort of memories because it looks like Mem's powers.
Enough about me. Did Kaos ever reply to you?
Who's Kaos?
Well, regrettably.
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod is a lot heftier than we thought.
Could this be the future?
Kaos. Demigod.
But Nias is already dead though. He merged with
Never heard
fucking
of this person.
Nikador's
Which
like
Titan's
fragments.
authority
So
did he inherit?
Look on the bright side, Nias. Since we've come all this way, I doubt he'd snub his old friends, would he?
Let's just hope we mean as much as the world to him.
Hey! Are you seeing that same hallucination again?
yes.
Yes. It's still you and Nias, but you're now talking about a certain Kaos. I'm guessing he's one of your
Probably one of the
companions.
other demigods.
Kaos. This name sounds just as strange to me.
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If things are as I thought, then they aren't hallucinations, but
Future?
souls of
Memories?
people.
Souls? So what does that mean?
What?
She's gonna die?
But if those are the souls of the dead, then what am I?
Yeah, right? Because you kinda low-key like a soul
Beats
too.
me. For all I know, you're just an illusion I conjured up in my dying moments.
Nah, not if that one
Let's just
fucking
keep going.
creature can see
As
her
long as I
too.
take in more sights.
Also, me and
hear more
Cassius were able to
stories.
see her.
Know
And
your
Dreamy.
limits. Wander too far among the dead, and even I might not be able to save you.
Fine.
You're clearly not.
If this is indeed as I thought, then this will be very amusing.
Really?
Can you keep going?
Why are you guys panting like that though?
Of course. I'm just... If I knew we had to climb a mountain, I wouldn't have come along with you.
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphorius does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
But she's floating though.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
I'm not getting anything of value from
Yeah, they're just being friends.
I would sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom than exercise even a little.
Okay, we get it, bruh.
I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all. Training would make me no different from those
Wait.
Helcalithist barbarians.
Calypso. She's one of the Seven Sages. A member of the Grove? No, she can't be. I would know her name if she really was.
Could it be
one of
from the
Seven
actual,
Sages.
like, maybe like true world?
Hey, Xerxes. Does the name Calypso ring a bell?
Oh
Xerxes?
nah, this is not a good sign.
Gone. Doesn't matter. I can do this myself.
You're seeing all those type of souls,
Looks
bitch.
like I'm nearly there now. The land of the dead.
Oh, beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk.
All things are connected.
Alas, all that's left of that warmth is a hazy mirage.
Why are you chanting that too?
Where is she?
So, I don't get to ask the Titan my question, but all of you make for a pleasant surprise, nonetheless. Very well then, let me uncover the truth for myself.
He's gonna die.
Did I still fail to make it in time?
But I don't know. What the fuck are you trying to do?
So, I'm back here again. This is... I can hear it.
Hear what?
I hear it from the depths of the tides, behind the closed doors of the void world. A voice ready to tell me something.
What?
This time, the voice is a lot clearer than before.
Wow.
Since
Are they
we've
dating?
come this far, let's just wait.
You can just be friends, dude. Stop shipping everything. Shut up.
Lord Nias and Miss Calypso, are you both here to visit Chaos too?
Either that is Casterus or her twin.
Yes, and we've been waiting for quite some time now.
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us.
This must be like the old world or like the actual world, and not this fucking
crushed by the world-bearing burden.
illusion that is the current Unforest that we're in. I don't know.
You're overthinking,
I don't know what the fuck
Lord
I'm talking
Nias.
about.
I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area. And besides, we both know Chaos' nature.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound like Casterus.
him
That's probably her
wouldn't fall
twin.
so readily, much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
Yes. I have faith in him.
That reminds me. Why are you making
Yes,
this trip alone, Polixia?
Oh,
You
my
do
sister
know
needs more
Calypso
time
as
to make sure
his
the flowers are fine.
Cersei's, because that's what she referred to when we first saw you. You know, with the Trailblazer and
Such a
Casterus.
pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
Oh. The sudden change in POVs, bruh.
What are you thinking about?
Just amazed at how this towering tree is Cersei's divine body. It's a majestic sight.
Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though.
Yeah, he's just
You seem to be
the apathetic
strangely
kind.
familiar with the city around the great tree.
Merely something from the past that I won't go into.
Events of the past, huh?
Yeah.
I was also a child when I looked up at Cersei's. Their leaves and branches reflected the sparkling stars, and their trunk was like a pillar that supported the sky and ground. Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others.
Yeah, because
but
she's
Sky
reasonable.
only expects people to revere them. You get what I'm saying, right, Denny?
Oh.
After
what
all,
the fuck?
the titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphorius is none other than Aquila themselves.
Yes. I didn't count on provoking the ire of a local god.
But there will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky. The Grove has a wealth of research on Aquila, and that is exactly what we are here for. It's just... I never thought Grey would meet with something like that before we set off. As a physician, I should have been there by his side.
Bad luck tends to come in streaks, so don't beat yourself over it. Besides, Aglaya needs you here to uncover the truth behind what happened to the Grove. Let's just make the most of it to keep a lookout on any documents related to the Death Titan. They could be useful to the traveler. To him.
Yeah, there's no rest for the weary, huh? In any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in this enormous grove. Let's split up to cover more ground.
Danny, with your skills, I'm sure those monsters born of the Black Tide
Why don't
will
I get
pose
to
no
call
threat
Dan
to you anyway.
Danny like that? What about you? Will you be alright on your own?
Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard? Have more faith in me. I'll be just fine.
Okay, if you say so. Just don't die on me now, cause this place has been, you know, the silence in here is near deafening. With the vast amount of knowledge it holds, this academy is akin to a labyrinth of information. Even the cleverest of scholars would easily lose their way in here. I should gather my thoughts before heading in. How to leave Amphorius. In the myths, Aquila, the titan who reigns over the domain of the skies, is a colossal bird that overlooks the world beneath them with 100 eyes. As long as they continue to soar above the clouds, the people of Amphorius will remain trapped on the ground. Hyacinth's forebears were priests who worshipped Aquila. Nobody is more familiar with the taboos of the Sky Titan than her. Seeing how Aglaya has sent her here as a guide, it's possible that she plans to have Hyacinth take on a trial in the future. Amphorius is Titan mythology. In Amphorius, Titans are a common topic of discussion. People create myths that, in turn, conceive Titans. It's a tricky task to keep an objective view when among the people of Amphorius. Is there a way to step out of the situation and look at it from a different perspective? Whoa. Titans and Eons. Titans and Eons are two distinct classes of beings. Titans can communicate with us humans, and it is not impossible for us to overpower them. Upon their demise, we can even take over their divinity. In this regard, Titans can be said to be a lot more similar to humans than Eons are. Kind of like, in Genshin terms, an Archon. The Christos heirs and demigods. Christos heirs are humans who possess heroic qualities, with most of them demonstrating extraordinary combat prowess and strength. Upon clearing a core flame trial, a Christos heir can even ascend to a demigod and inherit a Titan's divinity. Wait, something about this feels off. Is this a selection process of some sort? The Flame Chase journey and the prophecy. Guided by the prophecy, the heroes are on a quest to reclaim core flames and usher in the Era Nova. Their efforts have seen gratifying results to date. As I expected, the prophecy is the hardest to make any sense of. But with barely any information to go on, no matter how much I ruminate on it, it won't yield any results. I should leave this for another time. Think of something else. I should probably turn my attention to something else. My plight. Nobody could have ever imagined that his life would be forfeited for the moment we landed on Amphorius. I should have done more to keep him safe, but it's not too late. We still have a fighting chance. The unique rules that govern life and death on Amphorius might just work in our favor and save him. The Grove is a veritable library of knowledge. Maybe they'll have records in a similar case. Please let there be one. Enough musing for now. It's time to move. The clock is ticking. I should search for clues as I move.
I have news from Hyacinth and Danhung. Anaxa might be trying to do something with Kefali's divine body.
Kefali? But what could Anaxa want? Is the Council of Elders going to sit around and let such a sacrilegious act unfold?
That is not possible.
I mean, they sort of like kind of agreed to it though. I don't know though.
Capable of fooling anyone and everyone with his tricks.
I'm sorry.
No need for guilt, for this is good news to us. The Council of Elders has found themselves a traitorous ally. Anaxa's ambitious desires will be something we can exploit. What we should be doing now is to keep our eyes peeled for whichever trickery Kindness is up to, and react accordingly to thwart her plans. Being Akima's political center, the Demigod Council holds just as much significance as the Vortex of Genesis. Someday, after my duty is over, this site will take the place of the battlefield where you hunt gods, become the next challenge you ought to overcome. Till then, it's best to get used to this place as soon as possible.
We will be waiting here for your good news.
Preposterous! The Christos heirs only have their standing because of the Council of Elders! How dare they trample over it!
Shut up, like you know anything, bitch. Wow, these people are shooting daggers with their eyes.
It's been a while.
Why are you still relevant? Hello, Oleg of Amphorius.
What is that supposed to mean? Is this really the sort of person that the young lord praised as a ferocious warrior?
Shut the fuck up. I will literally fucking incinerate you right here now, bitch, you old
It has indeed
ass.
been some time, Lord Krateros. What brings you
He
here
ain't
in
no
such
damn
haste?
lord. What the fuck? There's so many people in the back.
Keep it down.
You keep it down.
Be more vigilant. See those duplicitous dogs over there? They do the dirty work for kindness. I've already ordered my people to hold them back, but we should still lay low. Unless you're itching for a bloody fight to get a workout in.
My bad. So, did something happen?
Did you hear thunderclaps last night?
No. Yeah, it would be hard to not to notice thunderclaps in broad daylight.
Thunderclaps are beacon signals of strife. They are a message from the young lord. He threw a spear bearing several words at Akama.
Oh.
Watch out. The Flame Reaver is back.
Uh-oh.
I guessed as much. We didn't actually kill them back at the Kremnos Arena.
Really? Well, then what the fuck did the attack?
You would want to know.
Did Mighty's attack do
We
to it then?
Kremnoans never back down from a fight. So if you plan to take that thing down in a battle, reach out to me anytime.
What the fuck are you gonna do?
You have my gratitude. I will let Aglaya know about this right away.
Remind her to be on her toes while you're at it. That vicious kindness has been unusually active lately.
Yeah. She thinks she can win against fucking Aglaya, bitch.
Those lackeys she keeps undercover have been going in and out of the city a lot more frequently these days. Some even seem to be getting Kremnoans to defect to the council.
That's not good.
Get off the steps! How dare you!
That's her.
Fighting?
Looks like you can see it for yourself.
We should get back. Thank you for the intel, Lord Krateros. Aglaya! What happened here?
I know about the poisonous fangs of that king snake through the golden threads. In the past, I would be confident about keeping her in check, but I admit I am now unable to do so.
What do you mean?
It is no longer about eloquence or arguments. I have been a demigod for far too long that I hardly have any humanity left. Before I realized it, I have become no different from these hypocrites, no longer capable of relating to the people. This has come a lot sooner than I expected. But perhaps it is time. I need you to step up, Whynot, in order for me to retreat behind the scenes.
Yes, this is my duty, but...
It is far easier for the Council of Elders to fool many than just fool one person. Their so-called more support is no more than a ruse to distribute power using words instead of lances. There is no glory in winning this debate, but that makes having respect for humans so much more priceless. Whynot, you are a Chrysos heir without flaw, capable of relating deeply with humans.
I appreciate what you've taught me, Aglaya. I hope we'll live up to your expectations and win this debate.
We're gonna be doing the debate in your stead, bitch. What the fuck is so funny? You think we can't win against you?
Oh, you've done well, Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today.
You sure are cocky from one wrinkly bitch.
Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, Amphorius was home to nearly 1,000 cities, each with their own local faith, while gods walked the earth and shared close bonds with humans. Yet, in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city, where they hope to rest under Kephali's protection. All of us have long been in the same boat, with no way out of this plight. We didn't have a choice in the past, but now the Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. All I have left is one question for you. Would you rather strive toward the unheard of Era Nova, or return to the prosperous Era Chrysia of our past? Make your choice. Now, which of the two would lead mortals to an ideal future?
Oh no. Hell yeah, Era Nova it is, bitch. Era Nova. Era Nova is a path of salvation the gods promised. We should not have doubts in the flame chase journey.
We all know that Era Chrysia is a thing of the past, Lady Kindness. Please, enlighten me. How does the Council of Elders plan to turn back time?
Do you even have power to do that, ho?
Let the 3 Titans of Calamity be born, and Era Chrysia is nevermore. But bring demise to those Titans, and Era Chrysia will descend upon us again.
Uh-oh.
Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have on our side. Anaxagoras, one of the Grove's 7 sages, and Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death. With the help of these 2
She's
heroes,
not on your side, bitch.
I can promise all of you that Era Chrysia will exist once more.
Aren't they Chrysos heirs? They're supporting the Council of Elders instead?
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group.
Nah.
More proof that Aglaya isn't fit to speak on behalf of every Chrysos heir. I am in favor of Era Chrysia.
Era Chrysia!
Put your fucking stink-ass armpits down.
Castorus? Why are you standing over there?
You finally arrived, Naxa. So have you, Cass.
Don't worry, Aglaya. Well, I know that you have many queries. Could you continue to converse like how the citizens normally do?
What the fuck does that mean?
Tell me, dear citizens, if we successfully retrieve and return Thanatos' core flame without anyone passing the Death Titan's trial, what would happen next?
The answer is simple. We will have a chance to rid the world of death and bring Amphorius back to an era when all beings live forever. We'll usher in a new future that will be entirely different from the flame chase journey.
He's one of the 7 sages.
The members of the council are discussing fervently.
Your proposal is much too idealistic.
Yeah, not realistic.
As long as the Black Tide still exists, how can we go back to the old days?
Yeah.
Remember what I previously said?
Kefali's core flame is guarded by the secret power of the Council of Elders. Plus, Pakusa's water curtain will be able to block out any external perceptions. Tell
Will
me,
it be
dear
enough,
citizens, have any of you ever seen even a glimpse of the threat that this person is talking about anywhere within the walls of this majestic holy city?
No, that's because it just didn't choose to attack it yet. You remember what happened to the fucking grove, bitch? But this place will become the Flame Reaver's target sooner or later. Isn't this just survivorship bias?
Oh. Could it be that you heard that from the Flame Reaver themselves?
Yeah, bitch, you're gonna come back.
Citizens, let's loudly sing the blessed hymn. Oh, beautiful.
I would love to get see your head being severed off by the fucking Flame Reaver, bitch. The members of the Council Elders are cheering in excitement.
This is bad. The masses are now totally riled up.
Do something,
Anaxa,
Aglaya.
Pray tell. Everything that you've mentioned hinges on the premise that we can find Thanatos' existence, right?
Thank you, Lady Aglaya, for still caring about this city. However, dear citizens, we are truly fortunate and blessed. For Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death, will surely find Thanatos under my guidance.
What? With that, I solemnly promise that the core flame Lady Castorus brings back will be personally managed by the Council of Elders.
Oh no. Don't you know you're literally like bringing forth upon the end of the fucking world, bitch? If you like try to like halt the continuation of the prophecy, you're basically just accelerating the end of the world.
With the balance
what are you
shattered,
doing?
The result is clear.
I know they don't believe in that, but
into Lent and above, as
well,
the Theoros
all we have to do is
observed.
just sit and wait for things to happen, I guess.
Akama has chosen her destiny. The issue up for discussion at this citizens' assembly shall be modified to the suspension of the flame chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
Aglaya, dear Aglaya, what has caused your heart to soften? You also don't seem to be as quick-witted as before.
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since the flame chase journey has been preordained by the prophecy, our failure has never been on the cards.
Well then, I guess we'll find out if that's true at the Citizens' Assembly.
Lygus announces the conclusion of the debate, and the attendees part ways. We lost the damn debate though, didn't we? Castorus, what's going on?
Well, it seems that when I sent you to look for Anaxa, I unintentionally facilitated your partnership with him instead.
My apologies, everyone. I know that you have many questions to ask me.
I thought you were pretending.
I will answer them to the best of my knowledge.
In that case, please tell us as much as you can.
What happened when you went to look for
In
Anaxa?
actuality, he showed me a past that was both long and heavy.
The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier. The answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now, but that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes.
Thereafter, our hometown fell into ruin as well. Until... Actually, I don't know what happened next either.
Oh my. It seems that you still like to whet people's appetites even after all this time.
Are they seeing this too?
So, according to your story, this is how I used to look? It's practically a mirror image.
Yeah.
And yet, what exactly is this?
A miracle that I created with alchemy. As for what it is and how I was able to accomplish it, I'll keep the answers to myself for now.
Oh my goodness, is this cliffhanger really necessary?
I knew this day would eventually come.
Are the both of you ready?
Mm-hmm. Polixia.
See, it's Casterus.
I'm here. What? This...
I am confused.
This is quite interesting indeed.
They are twins.
Is this... Polixia's sister?
It's you.
Me?
Yeah.
Now, it's time for us to fulfill our promises. Are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
That I won't be able to do it.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold in the prophecy, and according to our vows, once it all ends, we must face our fated moment head-on.
Even if it was prophesized, do we have no say in the matter? It's so unfair. Why are we the only ones who are forced into mutual destruction? Let me do it, sister. Let me be death's sacrifice. I was never long for this world anyway. But you're different. I was the one who wasted your life after all.
You're wrong, Polixia. I don't think that my life was wasted. Just the opposite. When I finally arrived at this destination and looked back at the journey I took, I discovered that flowers had long since bloomed along the path I walked. It was you who sowed the seeds for this sea of flowers. One that is more beautiful than the promised land at the end of the world. Besides, I have lived a fulfilling life. Even though I was fated for sacrifice, none of the things that I've experienced will dissipate. Instead, they'll forever live on as memories inside your head. Will they not?
How could my memories of you ever compare to the actual you?
Well then, tell me, what exactly...
Oh, that one question.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But regardless of what the answer is, regardless of how we're shaped by others, or even by this world, ever since we were born, the fact that we existed was predestined, and nothing could erase it. This is why I will always always be by your side. We're twins, after all.
Yes, I knew it. It was kind of obvious because they literally look identical, but still. Sacrificing
My dear
one of
Polixia.
them just to pass the fucking trial?
It's time to.
So does that mean Castris herself is the fucking god of death? Demigod of death?
Use it to plant the first
She
vine
is
of the
Thanatos?
prophesied new world.
Everybody, we've come to the end.
That was fucking
Unfortunately,
long.
I am not compatible with the Supreme Being, so I was unable to completely fuse their soul into my own body. However, being able to glean all this from them is exciting enough.
Oh, so you got all
I'm
this just
certain
by
of this now.
attempting to fuse
Before
with
the titans
Kefali.
that we are well acquainted with were born,
Kefali knows all
a group
this,
of
bro?
heroes
Damn.
roamed the land. These heroes followed a prophecy and took possession of divine authorities one by one, until they eventually became the pantheon of the new world. Just like the flame chase journey of today, Amphorius's history is cyclical in nature.
What a startling revelation. This means that the demigods, who bear the core flames, will also become the new titans.
Yeah,
at the
oh
world's
yeah,
end,
titans, not gods, titans. I keep forgetting the
thereby
word.
shaping a new world.
It's literally a time loop,
I
dude.
believe that this is the truth behind the Era Nova, as mentioned in the prophecy.
Oh.
This is utterly unbelievable.
So like you're just you know
those
continuing
twins
the
in the past.
destined loop.
Even if they really are Thanatos, their whereabouts are still unknown even today.
Are their whereabouts truly unknown? Didn't Polixia mention that seaside town? The birthplace of alchemy and the tale of the dragon. In our world, there exists a city which perfectly matches that description. Styxia.
Ooh.
But the people there worship Fagusa and bear no relation to Thanatos. I've also never been to that place, as in the time of Idonia, it had long turned into underwater ruins.
Take this.
Scuba diving
This
gear.
The Nusporist masterpiece, the Philosopher's Stone. It was made by transmuting all of the sages' wisdom into a single entity, with their flesh and blood as its foundation. Remember, I've mentioned before that the art of alchemy is all about conversion, tempering, and ascension. This process also applies to the pursuit of truth. Regardless of how unbelievable this sounds, the truths of the world have been refined from the impurities. Think about the story of the dragon. This stone will lead you to your real hometown, allowing you to reform the door to the nether realm and discover Thanatos' fate.
You still look as confident in your victory as ever. But what if your conjecture is wrong?
That's still a possibility though, yeah.
I shall merely admit to the entire world that my experiment was a failure.
Fair.
However, my line of thinking will not fail because I have already planted the seeds of doubt into the hearts of the masses.
It's like
Actions
watching
speak
a
louder
fucking
than
movie,
words,
but like they're just
Castris.
talking.
With the assembly about to begin, don't forget the promise you've made.
I've already searched for so long. I'm willing to try one more time. While we converse, his life is also slowly slipping away.
Yeah.
But
where's
before
my
I leave,
soul?
I have another question. What exactly did we witness just now?
I'd like to know that too. Tell us.
That was the world imprinted in Kefali's soul.
Yeah, I knew that. I said that earlier.
If we are to prove its existence, you must take the final step. Go. Do not disappoint me.
I understand.
So that's why you took their side.
Hey, child of humanity.
Don't get antsy. I still remember the question you posed to me. As a scholar, I do not wish to offer up ambiguous conclusions. Let's discuss this topic again when she manages to find the evidence.
I merely wanted to ask, was that stone transmuted from your heart? If so, rebirth is no longer an option for you.
Ooh.
Why not? When I was a child, I lost someone dear to me. When I was a teenager, I lost my faith. A while back, although you saved my life, I also lost my soul in the process. Now I'm merely forsaking my body.
So when you die, you literally cease to exist.
Why are you always finding ways to die? Isn't it good to be alive?
This is but a necessary sacrifice on my path to transform into the purest of them all.
Bro.
Can someone who's dead even claim to be the purest of them all? Furthermore, if your hypothesis is proven correct, does it not just confirm that the myths are true, and thereby invalidate all your theories?
No, it's just the opposite. If my
He's got that
hypothesis is
smirk in him.
correct,
He's
it means that I can
confident.
actually ascend to godhood and reshape this absurd world that you all have created.
That was a long ass reminiscing fucking
lot
memory
to take in at once.
Yes. That probably took like
Lady Aglaia,
almost an hour.
please, let me explain.
I thought you already explained it.
You know that the core flame of death has always been the greatest unknown regarding the Era Nova, which is why both you and Kindness desire to gain the power to control that core flame in the approaching Citizens' Assembly. Professor Anexa has come to a consensus with Kindness. They want to suspend the trial once Thanatos' core flame is reclaimed, hoping thus to eradicate death from this world. If they're successful, then the flame chase journey will cease, and Akama can enjoy everlasting peace. But I know this runs counter to your wishes. So long as we do not usher in Era Nova, the Black Tide will never be eradicated. Even with Lord Mighty on the front line, and the Black Tide not posing an immediate risk, the danger nevertheless remains. Honestly, it's difficult for me to assess the pros and cons in this decision. But someone must bring the core flame before we can begin negotiations over it. The Titan could be very near. I cannot let this chance slip by. Besides, someone has to make this trip to bring back Mr. Soul.
Well said.
So
You
you're gonna
already
set
had
out?
every reason to seek an audience with Thanatos. It's that great performer who has weaponized your wishes and placed us in this difficult situation. A world without death. Do you desire that too?
If fate dictates that my path must oppose yours, I will do all I can to resist it and protect what I aspire to achieve. Lord Mighty showed me that without taking the first step, all talk of what follows is moot.
Unsure of what to say but offers a smile. Castris, you've changed.
I have always hoped to hear you speak your mind, Cass. And I am glad to have heard your true thoughts. Styxia. I visited that place in the past. Though it is now an island surrounded by the river of Sol's torrents, it's not hard to see its former splendor. Go. I will not stand in your way. As for you, you are someone who has cheated death. I believe you have more than enough reason to make the trip with Castris and meet the god of death himself. Castris, I too look forward to your journey. I wonder what kinds of new interpretations your completed story will bring to the Flame Chase journey.
Thank you, Lady Akaya.
I hate to put a damper on this heartwarming moment, but if Styxia is now an island surrounded by the river of Sol's torrents, then how do we find a way in? Lady Treby is probably...
The answer is quite simple. In the Mids, Zagreus once made the domain of the dead their treasure vault. That is to say, they could enter and leave the Nether Realm as they pleased.
Zagreus?
And if they could do that, then it follows that the demigod who inherited their divinity must be capable of the same.
Oh!
I'll see you at Memorial Palace at Action Hour tomorrow. Cypher shall be your guide to finding that ancient city.
Cypher is the fucking, demigod Chrysos heir of Zagreus, the fucking mischievous titan.
Hey, Brent! Is the debate finally over? Did you win?
No, we fucking lost.
What a glorious defeat! You sure know how to look on the bright side.
I love how you can talk normally now instead of just saying fucking meh all the time, beat.
I borrowed a mountain of books from Cass to see if I could find a way to solve your problem. Let's see. I still have only 32 books to go.
Oh my god. It's okay, man. We found a way.
Really? Oh, that's fantastic news. I knew it. Hard work always pays off. Especially if you're as diligent as Mem. I feel like a huge burden has finally been lifted off my shoulders. Why are my eyelids so heavy all of a sudden?
You're sleepy, ma'am. Yeah, there's nothing more you can do for now. Let's get some rest.
You're right. Then I'll go back to
black. You're sleeping with your eyes open, bro. They didn't bother to animate you sleeping. Oh. As was their custom, ma'am, with astonishing dexterity, slipped back into their secret little hideaway. Good night, ma'am. Good night, Akima. It is nighttime now, right? Oh.
Cass? What a surprise.
Lady Treby.
Is something troubling you?
I just wanted to speak to Lady Trian for a bit before I set off. No matter how breathtakingly beautiful Styxia once was, the place is now the domain of the departed. There is no telling what we'll encounter there. I don't want to have any regrets.
Has anyone told you that your eyes are sparkling today?
Is that a figure of speech?
In the past, when you did smile once in a while, all of us could see that your heart remained troubled even as you smiled.
Lady Treby, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart.
Cass, you hardly ever talked of your past. None of us knows what you went through, apart from Maggie. But we know it must have been filled with pain and hardships, as it is the fate every Chrysosaur is destined to live out. We are just happy for you that the core flame you're meant to inherit has finally surfaced.
Isn't it a little too soon to say that?
I mean,
But
it
you
will
already
happen
know
though.
where tomorrow is, don't you? There's no need to rely on anyone else. Just give it your all and leave no regrets. We have always believed that your embrace is just as warm as everyone else's.
Yeah, it's not cold.
Because we embrace others to comfort them. And Cass, you're the kindest Chrysosaur we know.
Aww.
Thank you, Lady Treeby. This feeling... it's hard to put into words. I suddenly found myself with so many wishes. So much I want to accomplish before setting off.
Then go do it, Cass. Trian was actually working on a surprise gift for you. It's a pity she didn't get to finish it. But now Trinan and I are working on it, and we'll make sure to give it to you. So, let's meet back here when you return from Styxia. Safe travels. See you tomorrow!
Go, walk with the dead, and love them as you love life. Then you'll no longer hear those noises.
Please! Don't kill me! I don't want to die!
Unknown death row prisoner. A gentle touch.
No!
You gently touch the prisoner's forehead with your finger. His face is pale, his eyes flicker with fear, and his body trembles uncontrollably. It is because of fear, anger, and hatred. Or is your so-called merciful touch of death simply a lie? The dark purple mottles spread like petals across the death row inmate's face, then seemed to be submerged by spring water, flooding his body. His trembling ceased, and the cries that had once begged for mercy slowly turned into a sigh-like whimper, as he murmurs to himself. Quickly, everything falls into a dead silence, turning into a pitch-black dew that scatters with the wind. You hear your own heartbeat drown out the sound of heavy breathing.
May you gain some insights through his sacrifice.
How about you try touching this, like, fucking lady?
Is this all?
No. Come with me. This is just the beginning of your life as the Maiden of War.
I don't know if I should continue or leave it here for now because it's too long. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for now. But then, yeah, I can pause and save. Because, you know, it's too
Still
long,
early.
bro.
Where to now?
Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.